Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone out of New York who rule well and, laid down laid the path, for us in this truth, and, that's been laboring for years. I want to say salutations, to the hopeful elect, and shalom, to the few sisters that do listen to the videos or whatnot. But I just wanted to go over a couple scriptures. I might name this many I called, and so I'm gonna start with the first scripture I got. This is one of my favorite scriptures. This is Matthew. It's the Gospel of Matthew 22 and verse 14. It says, Yahweh Shai, he had said a sentence. He said, for many are called, but few are chosen. That's why you see a lot of brothers, who was once in the camp and things like that, and they some of them don't teach anymore. Some of them teach against, what they were taught, or some people, they come down to the camp, they hear us, like the scriptures say, we sound like a song, a good song, and then they just speaking against the walls, man. They go home, they hear us, they go home, they talk shit, they laugh, or some of them even agree with it, but, and you wonder, for the brothers who are out there teaching most of the time, through my own personal experience even, you wonder, like, damn, this dude been walking past the camp for years, man, like, what the fuck, like, why he don't take, this thing serious, because, hey, for many are called, but few are chosen, man, and this thing ain't for everybody to go out and teach. It ain't for everybody to endure these afflictions that come with being a man of the Lord, because there's more to being an Israelite, like the brother Diana would say, than the shalom and the beard, man, or having on some goddamn garment. Like, it's just way more to being an Israelite than that. All right, this is 1 Corinthians. It's a fire that come with it, the trial, and I think they speak about that in the book of Sirach, from like the first chapter. It's like from the first to the fourth chapter, but it speak about how wisdom try you, to see if you right, man. Okay, or do what you want to dwell with you. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 1:25. Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weakness of Yahweh is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not mighty, but not many noble are called. But Yahweh hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh hath chosen the weak of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Because it's about being chosen, man. And the Most High, he chose, peculiar men. And these men that he chose have actually been set up for since the foundation of the earth. He didn't, particularly, some brothers got educations, some don't. Like, I probably spent a year in high school, you know what I'm saying, if that. But through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the tutelage of the elders, hey, I confound a so-called learned man, and I know many brothers, in the same boat as well, because the Most High, he didn't pick the things that seem so great to these niggas, man. That's why the scripture refer to this as the foolishness of preaching, man. They look at us like damn fools, man. Like even the Pharisees looked at the disciples. I think that's Acts the 5th chapter. Don't quote me on it, but it said they perceived that they were not learned men. They didn't come up in the synagogues and stuff. Like, and when Yahweh Shai found Peter, he was fishing, man. He was just fishing. He wasn't, a big top teacher. And that's the rock. That's the top guy, So it's about who's chosen. All right. This is 1 Peter. My next scripture I'm going to get this is 1 Peter. Let me get to it. All right. This is 1 Peter. It's the first chapter in the second verse. Come. Because it's about the election. The elect that was chosen from the foundation of the earth. They come back and they lodge throughout the generations according to the Holy Scriptures. All right, this is 1 Peter 1 and 2. elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, through sanctification, being set apart of the Spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai, grace, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. It says to the obedience of the sprinkling of the blood of Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai died for the elect of Israel. Period, man. You know, the scriptures say that the deliverer shall comfort Zion and all Israel to be saved. You know, so eventually they'll make it, but not on that first round draft pick, because I think it's John 17:9. He said, "For those that thou sent me, you know, hey, they are dying. You know, the ones who hear the word and endure, man, and attain to these counsels, you know, they were the elect, not these just Israelites. It's more to be an Israelite than just be an Israelite, but only the chosen, on the elect. Lord willing, I'll be at that number. Will attain these things. All right. Next scripture. This is let me get it. Let me get it real fast. Don't do one in Ephesians now. No, it get Titus. This is Titus 1:1. It says, Paul, just to prove the point, Paul, a servant of Yahweh and an apostle of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, according to the faith of God's elect. Because the elect of the Most High is the only ones that have faith. The elect of the Most High is the only ones that's going to believe in the strangeness of his salvation, man. Us being delivered with the chariots, us getting superpowers, us being ruling kings for thousands of years and forever. Like, the average nigga can't even adhere and have the faith to believe this. So what he do? Some tribulation, some trials come amongst him, and then the nigga just fall out, and he do whatever he do. He might walk off to the wind or to the desert, something goddamn well. He might buck up, you know, whatever the case may be. But that's because ultimately they wasn't the elect and they didn't have faith, because only the elect will have faith. According to the faith of Yahweh's elect, Paul, a servant of Yahweh and an apostle of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, according to the faith of Yahweh's elect, and the acknowledging of the truth. Only the elect acknowledge the truth, which is after godliness, because that's what godliness is. All right, and I wanted to get another scripture just to prove the point. I had said something about you know, us falling into our lots if we be the elect throughout the generations. All right, and here's the scripture to prove that. This is Jeremiah 1 in verse 4. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee. So he set him apart as one of the elect before he came back through the generations. Proving the elect fall in a lot. Alright? Because, hey, many are called, man, like the lesson says. And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Because, hey, we sent to teach the nations their judgments. We teach to tell them they heathens. We sent to teach about the elect. We sent to teach about the salvation. We sent to teach, you know, everybody. And we sent to teach that the truth is only for the Israelites, you know. And when I say the Israelites, I'm not speaking about spiritual Israelites. I'm speaking about, according to Genesis the 49th chapter, I think that's Deuteronomy the 33rd chapter, and various other prophecies, the blacks, Latinos, and people of Native American descent through the lineage of their father and the confusion of faces. The people that might look like the other nations, but their forefathers goes back to the blacks, Latino, and Native American descent that was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, integrated into the world and made babies and had descendants or whatnot. You know, the Israelites by blood. You know, like Paul said, to the Romans, who were the Israelites he was talking to at that time, my kinsmen according to the flesh, meaning through sex. All right? Okay? So the last scripture I'm going to bring out